Hello, everyone. We're back and we're going to talk about olfaction and then gustation, or so taste and then smell. So, olfaction occurs in the nasal cavity. We have receptor cells in the nasal cavity. The hair cells actually are open to the external environment. Any chemicals that come in through our nasal cavity have to dissolve within the mucus of the nasal cavity, and then those hair cells will pick up the information, transmit it to our brain for our ability to smell. Um, because, what? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Because these hair cells are open to the external environment, they can get damaged rather easy. And because of that, we have stem cells that produce new olfactory neurons all the time. So think about if smoke is in the environment or something really hot is in the environment, you smell something and it damages those neural hairs. You need something to protect or to build new hairs. So we can produce new odor receptors throughout time. And then we have these special um, support cells that protect our neurons. So these are one of the only neurons that are open to the external environment. And they're just within that mucus layer. And then our taste receptors are located on our tongue, and they also have hair cells within the taste buds or the papilla that are open to the external environment. So we're constantly producing new taste buds, or not taste buds, new hair cells for taste as well. So there are multiple types of taste buds. We have valate taste, or I say taste buds, papilla. We have valate papilla, fungiform papilla, and filiform papilla. And you can see these each here. Here's fungiform, cover the majority of our tongue. We have the foliate papilla over here. These are the valate papilla. And you can see them again right there. You can see them. Most of the taste buds are located, or I'll say taste buds are found within those papilla, and they allow us to take in chemical stimuli, but those chemicals have to be dissolved in saliva. So and this is a fun thing for you to try, if you have a packet of sugar, dry your tongue completely and then pour some of that sugar on your tongue, but keep your tongue sticking out so that it doesn't have any saliva on it. You won't taste the sugar until the sugar molecules, so the sugar pieces, dissolve within the saliva, and then we'll taste that as a sugar. And so here you can see those taste buds, like we call them, within our papilla. Here's those hair cells. Those hair cells can get damaged if you have something too hot. Any external damage that happens can damage those hair cells, and then we have to replace them. So we also have stem cells that produce new taste cells, or taste cells. All the time, which is also why they say to try new foods, because you change your desires every few years. So we're in our sense of smell, it's the olfactory nerve that takes in the information. For our sense of taste, we have 3 different nerves that actually help us to taste. So we have the facial, glossopharyngeal, and vagus nerve that all function in helping us to taste. There are 5 different types of taste that we can have. We have sweet receptors, sour receptors, bitter receptors, salty receptors. And then umami. Umami is the taste that's kind of like meaty flavors. And so at this point, you should be able to answer these last few questions. And that is the end of our chapter, actually. So this was a much shorter chapter, which is kind of nice since last chapter was so long. So you have a wonderful rest of your week. And don't forget, this chapter is the last chapter in our first midterm, or in the first major exam, which is your midterm. Bye.